Can you please clarify it from someone?
Sure, you can ask the publicity head if you want.
Right. So, can you please call it if he's here?
As a public head, I testify that the participation last year was indeed 25, but this year's participation figure can be better given by the finance heads. Any of the finance heads here?
Anmol, I would like to ask you one thing. Didn't you know that finance heads are supposed to answer this question? You told publicity head, so we called on the publicity head.
Excuse me, I would like to clarify this fact that as a publicity head, it is a prime responsibility to collect the statistics after the fest as to from which region, how much participation we received, so that for the next year, you build a strong foundation for the next publicity head. And if the publicity head has not been able to fulfill his duties, it is not his problem.
I would like to, and plus, even I would like to give a clarification if people are.
Okay, I would like to remind all the panelists here, the panelists are here not to provide clarifications but to ask questions. Please do that.
Anmol, you said that you were involved in the event G industrial problem, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Jafar and Energia. As far as I am concerned, in one of the event like Jafar and Energia, the number of participants were decreased from last year.
Last year there was no industrial design problem by the name Energy and...
No, I am not talking about G industrial problem. I am talking about G industrial problem. I mentioned it, right?
I didn't get your question, sir.
What I am saying is the number of participants in G industrial problem has decreased from last year.
Okay.
So can you tell me why it was so?
Every year the industrial design problem has different problem statements. That could be a reason. Apart from that, I was not involved. I was involved in preparing the tutorials of the fest of the two industrial design problems. That is why I'm not sure about.
You said you have organized.
I said I aided the event management team by preparing the tutorials for the industrial design problems, Zephyr and Energy.
Anmol, can you give me one reason why tutorials are actually made for such events? Why tutorials are made?
So that the participants get the information assimilated in a condensed format.
In short, to improve the participation.
Yes.
So, the tutorials, were they able to improve the participation
Of
in
course.
number?
Of course.
In number.
Yes. What I mean to say is that every problem has its.
Just 2 minutes back, you confirmed that the participation numbers reduced, and now you are
Clearly
negating your own point. You are
Clearly you haven't understand what I said. I said that making the tutorials has aided in this particular event. Making the tutorials obviously improves the participation because the participants get this information in a condensed format. Yes, so it has improved the participation.
One more question about your statement of purpose. You mentioned that you've been involved in various stages of the organizations that are in the Gymkhana, more or less, right? Right or wrong? You've been involved in various organizations in the Gymkhana.
I've said I've been a part of the various events that come under the aegis of the Gymkhana.
Okay. Can you please tell me what did you participate in your first year?
Okay. As I mentioned in my statement of purpose. I had been involved, I had participated, I had represented Nehru Hall of Residence in inter-hall product design and inter-hall football.
As you mentioned, you were a part of the product design team. Would you like to tell exactly what your role was in the presentation, in the submission from your hall?
Fine. Nehru Hall, the product of Nehru Hall was Respiro, that is a mechanized device used to remove mucus from asthma patients. My role, along with a few team members, was to find out the different mucus depositions in a human being and then how to channelize them to the throat.
You are a human being and every human being makes one or the other mistake. So can you elaborate on one mistake that you made during your various extracurricular activities that you took part in Gymkhana?
Sir, if every human being does make a mistake, I don't feel the importance to even mention a mistake that I've made as my participation in these various activities. I don't find the need, because if every human being makes a mistake, why should I mention it?
Anmol, it reflects on your personality. Let me please speak. It reflects on your personality as to how you made a mistake and how you finally dealt with it to become a better person. Thank you.
One second. Anmol, you're here to answer the questions. If they do ask you a question, you need to mention it, please. If you want to say that you did not make any mistake, then that could be an answer.
Let me make the question clear as what we have perceived. He has already mentioned that humans do miss mistakes. So there's no pointing that this guy specifies that there's no mistakes made.
One more thing, as to regarding him not answering a question, he clearly mentioned that this is my answer. If it is such a pity thing that every human being makes a mistake, it does not need a